Previously on The Entertainer.
Challenge was a bachelorette party.
How wild do you want to get?
Wild?
I will do anything in order to win.
Weddings take months to plan. How are we going to do this in such a short amount of time?
Dave, you said you knew where you were going.
Right in the middle of the performance, Jackie's like, can we start over again? You know, we're being judged here.
Teresa was really frazzled.
Ballet, where's ballet?
Under the pressure situations, she kind of folded.
It was chaos.
I'm sending both team captains out for a romantic dinner. Each of you will get to pick another person that you want to share the evening with.
I've always been so adamant about my career.
Paul's cracking, man. He wants out.
I told Paul, be careful of burning bridges.
Paul, you are definitely not the entertainer.
Tonight on The Entertainer.
You could see her face, and it was like, oh.
I have flowers. Sarah, you are a true blessing. Love, Joe.
I am in a relationship back in Nashville.
Aw.
Red light city, gonna set my soul on fire. I got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there, so Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas, turn day into nighttime, turn night into daytime. If you see it once, you'll never be the same again. If I wind up broke, well, I'll always remember that I had a swinging time. I'll give it everything that I got. Let me shoot a 7 with every shot. So viva Las Vegas! Viva! Viva Las Vegas!
When we got back from elimination, the mood in the suite was relief. You know, we all want to win.
I actually feel like our suite is happier and more peaceful since Paul is gone.
I was kind of glad now I don't have to listen to depressing songs he was playing. He was bumming me out.
Yeah, okay, so he cares about his wife and his child. He was annoying.
I have flowers.
Delisco came running into my room and he's like, hey, you know, Sarah. I came out and, you know, I had like a dozen roses.
Oh my God. I can see where they're from. I'm like really nervous. Oh my God. Who was it? Sarah, you are a true blessing and inspirational. Love, Joe. Oh my God.
Oh, that's so sweet. Joe is definitely the person I look up to the most here. If you weren't here, I'd be like completely, like you're the only person I like really connect with here. I am in a relationship back in Nashville, but it meant a lot to me to get the roses.
I was kind of anxious to see how Sarah would react when she got the flowers. No, I got a hug. A kiss would have been nice.
For winning the challenge, Teresa, Sarah, Nathan, and I got to go to dinner.
We hopped in a limo. We were off to Lake Las Vegas. I had 3 beautiful women with me. I was a very lucky guy.
Welcome to the Hyatt. We're gonna have dinner in Japango this evening.
Great friendships, great talent.
Great talent.
And The Entertainer.
And the entertainer.
The food was actually really, really great.
Tuna cocktail.
Our crispy lobster cakes, a braised duck.
In creation, it's called a Lao Lao. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Great. I was kind of probing the girls to see who was really serious about the game and their strategies. Jen's old school. She's pro. She knows what's going on. Sarah and Teresa, they're young, and I was trying to psych them out. It's not a question of talent.
No.
So if you take talent and throw it out the window, and it's a question of who can handle the task of being a Vegas headliner. I mean, obviously Paul wasn't. He couldn't handle a couple days and he started crying. I mean, Vegas is a tough town. You know Vegas. I mean, it's tough here. I think it will be huge in Nashville, not necessarily Vegas.
Nathan was really grilling me at dinner and it was flustering me quite a bit. I just, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I see myself I want to do this. You know, I mean, I sing country and I do.
I knew the girls weren't prepared for winning this contest, and I was trying to get it to sink into their head what they're in store for.
I think a lot of people start out in Vegas. I think a lot of people can do so many different things that you don't have to just stay in Vegas.
Vegas it's totally opposite. It's a very big stigma. Nathan was, just trying to use scare tactics with Sarah and Teresa to scare them away from Vegas.
What Vegas shows have you seen? To do a year contract in Vegas?
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna have to
And
put
keep it going?
And to keep it going. The shows have to be unbelievable.
That's
and
scary. That's scary to me.
I mean,
Everybody in this game, except Joe and myself, they want to use this contest as a stepping stone to go somewhere else. This is what we've worked our entire life for, is to be a Vegas headliner. It's a tough city.
Well, it's another day, and you're one step closer to that headlining gig worth over $1 million, an appearance in my show, and the title of The Entertainer. But first, another test. You know, the lounges of Las Vegas hold a very special place in my heart. As many of you know, I spent 5 years myself in a lounge doing 6 shows a night, 6 nights a week. Anything that can happen will happen in the lounges. They happen to be one of the toughest places in the world to perform, but also one of the most educational and rewarding. Today, I'm splitting you into 2 teams. Both groups will compete head-to-head as dueling lounge performers. Now, the goal is to get people in the seats and have them stay there while you perform. It doesn't matter how well you perform if nobody knows you're performing. The people you're entertaining will score you with their comment cards. You'll have all of tonight to study any of the songs that you may not know from the songbooks. Now, this is a challenge even for the consummate performer to see if he or she can learn songs in a short period of time. Tomorrow, you'll have 1 hour to rehearse with the band for your 1 hour long performance. This is the real opportunity to showcase your talents.
When I found out we were going to put a show together, we really, hopefully, will know the material and hopefully get time to practice with the band, because that's a major thing when you're trying to put a show together.
I expect nothing but outstanding performances from outstanding performers. Last time, both teams did such an incredible job, it was really a draw. Because of this, I'm going to keep the teams the same. As usual, Scotty and Francis will be on hand to check out the vibes of the crowd at each lounge. The team that does the best job sticks around. The losing team may lose a team member for good.
Well, with the new challenge coming up with the same teams, I was feeling a little hesitant because I didn't really develop a strong rapport with my group of 4.
I thought Jackie's attitude was really going to hurt the team. Instead of finding the positives, Jackie would dwell on the negatives.
Good luck. Knock 'em dead.
How long does the show have to be?
Well, we have to, give an hour show.
The goal is nonstop entertainment, no sitting around.
Fun. I mean, let's think out of the box here.
I was thinking about do a little bit of my act, like a little piece. I'll do that. Nathan will do some magic. You guys go through right now what songs you want to do. Pick how many you got? 7?
Let me look at the book real fast.
When we got the songbook that we could choose songs from, we totally and completely freaked out.
You want to do Autumn Leaves?
No, I'll do Luck Be Late tonight.
What's Autumn Leaves?
I don't know Autumn Leaves very well.
The Autumn Leaves.
I was familiar with each song, but I'd never done any of them, and I wasn't really comfortable enough to do them on the spot.
I don't know what to do because you know a couple of them, and I'm not like somebody. I've never even heard these songs.
Take a song, you kind of know the first verse, and you go pick on a guy in the
Okay,
audience.
I thought I knew this song. There's only 2 words in Moon River, and there's Moon River in the front and Moon River at the end. That means there's a whole other stuff.
Your funny Valentine.
Route 66 is the quickest song.
66. I won't even have anybody sing to that. The band will just
How do
play.
people respond to original music here? Like, if it sounds familiar and catchy.
I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, guys.
Yeah, I'm heading.
Okay, thanks.
I'm really nervous for tomorrow. I can only imagine how it's going to feel to go out there.
Waiting around the bend, my huckleberry friend. Back it down.
Oh my goodness, it is quite stressful.
Still to come on The Entertainer.
Teresa had no clue.
I'll just make up the words.
I'm not going to be the lucky lady. So we were screwed.
When I started in the lounges, we did 6 shows a night, 6 nights a week, on stage 40 minutes and off 20. Anything that could happen did happen. I had people throw things at me. I had people die. It's the greatest learning experience in the world. The challenge dueling lounges is going to determine whether or not they could truly cut it in a city that depends on people staying and buying drinks in order to see you. So this might be one of the most important challenges in the entire show.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. This is your moment to let the world know what you're made of. This is your venue. Are you up for the challenge?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are. Okay, it's up to you. Let's go for it. Let's go.
Team red? Anybody? Team red?
Red.
All right.
All right, it starts now.
This is excellent, excellent.
When we got to the Shimmer Lounge, we had an hour to rehearse with the band and get our stuff together.
My name is Joey Singer.
We had no music to learn this stuff. We had the lyrics and that was it. So if we didn't know the melody, we were screwed.
So the most important thing, everybody, is that we get a key that's going to work for all of us.
Right.
So
We
you're
had 7 songs,
Yeah.
and I knew like one lyric in one song. I was really, really nervous.
We figured that if we didn't know the songs, we could, just make up things.
All right, everybody, this is your lounge. I will be watching everything you do here at the Venetian. Your time starts now.
All right.
Go get them.
So when Scotty said go, we all just basically split in separate directions. And before we spread out, we should have all gotten together for a 5-minute meeting, about the plan and the show. I'll have to admit, I was thinking about myself. What am I going to do to make myself look good?
We went in there planning to go through each song one by one, but that didn't happen. Sarah went straight to the pianist and started trying to get her songs down. So Sarah started practicing Dr. Shan with the pianist, and I ended up by myself practicing Mac the Knife. With his teeth, I figured that I'd be able to cram it into my head before it was showtime.
I picked Don Shane because this is Wayne Newton's show, and Don Shane, his song. I wasn't really familiar with the lyrics, but I was gonna try to make it my own.
I am going to go solicit some people to fill up the front row right now, okay? All right. My job was to bring folks into the Shimmer Lounge and keep them there. Everybody going, oh, you work here, I'm sorry. Dave from Boston. How you doing, Dave? I will be the MC. I'm Dave from Boston. I'll be doing the stand-up comedy. Mr. Wayne Newton hand-selected a few entertainers across the country.
I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold.
Delisco, thank God, had some great ideas.
Now, this is what I want to get through on the fat.
He really took control and he did a great job.
Since you went away, the days grow long.
All right, Moon River.
Okay.
Give me your name one more time.
Teresa.
Teresa, bless her heart, had no clue.
You got to get the melody.
She was really afraid because she didn't know any song.
I thought, oh, it's Moon River. I don't know the song. Not everybody knows the song. I'll just make up the words.
Such a lot of work.
We can go higher too, but I'm not sure the notes unless I have time to work on it. I was freaking out. I was so upset. Can we try it higher then? I'm sorry, you guys.
I don't think you want to go much higher than this.
I pretty much faked everything.
Can I grab you for 5 minutes?
All right.
Lounges for a magician can be really tough. So I started thinking personally what I could do magic-wise. One of the illusions that I wanted to perform, I needed a girl to help me. I threw Sarah in, didn't fit, too tall.
Jackie, as soon as you're done, I need to grab you and see if I can try this trick with you.
Sure.
And we're running low on time.
Jackie, just not the right size.
Am I going to fall and crack my neck?
Let me see. Okay, go ahead and jump out.
Well, so I cut it. And then the next thing was a trick with a gun, a great card trick, which would have been very strong for my spot. And security came in and said, "You fire that gun, we're pulling your whole team out."
Is there any way, because this is like a major trick? No? This is a major part. It's like a big chunk of my act. Ball said no.
So right off the bat, I lost 2 of my great tricks that I couldn't even perform. So I had to really pull some stuff out of my ass to make this work.
I recall Central Park.
I only needed maybe a couple minutes to prepare for my thing. So while the girls worked on the songs, I spent most of my time trying to, bring people into the venue.
Awesome show right over here. It's starting in 5 minutes. Would you like to come? And we'd love for you to indulge us and come watch the show. The parking lot. The parking lot would be...
Is Wayne Newton there?
We'd say just about anything just to get him in there and get a full house. He might be dropping by. Test 1, 2.
Appreciate you hanging in there, ladies. We're starting momentarily. I have to go put my face on.
I have to go back there. Is that okay?
Okay, sure.
Do you need me?
Good luck. No. Have a good time.
I need
He
the
needs
list.
the order so he knows what to do.
About 5-10 minutes before showtime, I went up to my team and just asked them, what's the list? Who's going first? Who's going second? And then I figured out the audience as I spoke with them, what type of material I was going to use.
Okay, you guys, I had no idea everybody in the world knows the lyrics of Moon River. Okay.
You do know it. Yeah, you're fine.
Do you guys want to see a show? It's with Wayne Newton. We're doing a contest. No, thank you. All right.
Well, I was wondering if you would like to watch a great show with 2 singers.
Excuse me, do you guys have 1 second?
Sorry, hello.
No, but in 1 minute, actually.
Really?
And I'm the only one here.
I was still out bringing the last people into the showroom, and Sarah opened the show.
All right, everybody, how we doing tonight?
I was trying to figure out what the hell she was doing.
Coming up next on The Entertainer.
When the truck plays,
You could see her face, and it was like, oh.
gonna fake this life. All right, everybody, how we doing tonight?
Basically, the audience wasn't there like in the beginning. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just start.
Come on in and find a seat, everybody.
I was still out bringing the last people into the showroom, and Sarah opened the show.
You guys know this song, go ahead and sing along with me tonight.
I thought that, okay, we might be off to a bad start.
Don't be ashamed, don't be ashamed. Thank you for...
We got there and Sarah was already up on stage singing Donkey Shane. That does take a lot of guts to pick Wayne's song, and I commend her for that.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to pick Don Shane because this is Wayne Newton's show and I did forget the words to his song.
You could see her face, and it was like, oh.
At that point, I was so kind of just flustered by the whole situation. I tried to just, ad-lib and go with the flow, but it just was kind of a disaster.
Sarah didn't know the words. I was embarrassed. This is Vegas. People aren't here to see people fudge through standard songs.
1 minute showtime.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to bring up your host and your MC. He was the winner of the Boston International Comedy Festival Best New Comic Award. I'm his biggest fan. Let's keep it going for Dave, everybody. As an opening act MC, I know my job is to keep the audience happy and smiling. Thank you, everybody. Yes, my name is Dave. We're trying to save money on the budget here, so I figured I'd introduce myself. Thank you very much. That's the first laugh of the evening, my friends. First joke went very well. You know what homeschooling is? When your parents teach you at home, you do? Yeah? I am the product of homeschooling. Yeah. Worst day of homeschooling, school cancellations because of the bad weather. And the second joke went a lot better. I wake up in the morning, watch the TV, see all the neighboring schools being canceled. Boys public, girls Catholic, Hebrew Academy. Yeah, never once did I ever see David's homeschooling.
I gotta commend Dave because he knows how to grab an audience.
I'm not gonna brag or nothing because I still graduated first in my class. A little uncomfortable though, it's prom king and queen. You guys think the way you want to think, my friends. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the very talented, very gracious, very good-looking Mr. Delisco, everybody.
Si tu chantes qui nous ressemble, tu tues ma main, je tues ma main.
A lot of the times when they were performing, I was out back just pretty much going over my act. Okay, what jokes did I use? What jokes didn't I use? I had my watch going to know how much time we had to eat up.
When autumn leaves start to
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have another act actually coming up. Please get up for the man of many faces, the one and only Joe Trammell. Give it up, come on.
Doing a lounge show, I felt a little bit more in my element. I've paid dues here in this town, and I've learned what the Vegas crowd's like. Everybody understands my show. You don't have to speak English to love my show.
He's so amazing. You feel like a kid again when you're watching his show.
Well, we're going to keep this show rolling. We have an amazing singer, guitar, all the way from LA. Please give it up for the very lovely Jackie.
I started out with Mac the Knife. It's not that easy of a song.
Good afternoon, everybody. When the shark bites, if his teeth think,
Okay, the words have eluded me. I'm trying to find them, and they're not there.
gonna fake this line because I'm on a rhyme. When that shark bites.
The audience was shocked, I believe. They were looking around like, is this a joke? Are we on candid camera?
And I know that there's something special.
It was a nightmare. I mean, honestly, it was a nightmare. I said, you know what, I think we need to add something real quick.
Sarah and Joe dancing was a great, noble attempt to distract the audience from me, and I appreciated it greatly, but it didn't save me.
It wasn't very good. It just, you know, the way she handled it, it was, I heard people around me talking, it was awful.
It was a disaster. If, you know, that was a nosedive, it was a plane crash.
Coming up next.
When I get nervous, I forget the words.
I was like, this can't get any worse. And it did.
This next song, I know you're gonna love it because it is being sung by the beautiful Teresa. Why don't we give her a round of applause for Moon River, everybody?
We had 7 songs, and I knew like one lyric in one song. I ended up singing Moon River. My song at the end completely bombed. I lost the words. I think when I get nervous, I forget the words. I hummed the same line 3 times and then found Moon River again.
I felt bad for Teresa. It was really hard to watch her. She psychs herself out.
And she was just the weakest link in the show. I don't blame her for losing her words, but when you do lose your words, you figure out something to do to make the audience not realize it.
Teresa, everybody, Moon River. Great job, beautiful.
She went backstage, she was kind of bummed.
Every single challenge, I do something to make it interesting. That's all.
Our challenge to perform in a lounge initially kind of scared me a little bit because I lost 2 of my great tricks that I couldn't even perform. So I was pulling out every trick I had in my pockets. Definitely wasn't my A material, but I felt I performed strong. I was pretty confident I was safe.
The next song that's being that's going to be played right now is I know it's one of my mom and dad's favorites, and it's Georgia on My Mind.
I've been in New York for 8 years, and actually a lot of my family is from Georgia. We had a family reunion in Waycross.
The reason I told my story was because we needed to stretch time, and so I just wanted to tell a little bit about growing up in South Georgia.
Oh, I said, Georgia, oh, Georgia.
I was sick before I came to the competition, and so my voice never really recovered, so I don't have my full range. I kind of stood back and gave to Let's Go Georgia, because I thought that he could do a better job than where I was vocally that day.
There's moonlight through the pine.
And that's okay. That makes me feel good.
Tell me a little bit, baby.
Just an old sweet song brings Georgia on my mind.
Sarah, take it away.
I thought to myself, you know, if I'm up there again, you know, I could try to redeem myself, but it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good at all.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make my heart smile.
It was totally my version of My Funny Valentine, but it ended up working okay.
Unphotographable, unstoppable.
She's just naturally beautiful. She had the talent to redeem herself. I was behind her all the way, and I did have faith that she could pull it off, though, and she did. Like, oh, man.
'Cause each day is Valentine's Day.
We're gonna keep it moving. You've seen her earlier. Please welcome to the stage from LA, Jackie.
After the Mac the Knife, I felt, okay, this is where you can redeem yourself. You can do your original stuff and, you know, show your stuff.
Anybody ever go on the internet? I'd like to know. Anybody?
She's asking all these people, you know, if they've ever heard of a particular website, and they're just like, no, not really.
Well, anyways, here's the story about this one. I met someone on there.
All of us didn't know that she was going to talk. The response was very silent.
We went on a date to some Korean barbecue restaurant birthday party months after.
Can you please just sing your song?
So I wrote this song.
I was like, okay, this can't get any worse. And it did! My guitar was out of tune. That's not acceptable.
I didn't really understand why Jackie's guitar was in tune. As a magician, I mean, I double-check my props and make sure they're set to go, even in a tough environment like that.
I like the songs that Jackie, you know, sings. I like her original music. However, we did have an energy going before that. When she started singing songs that people had never heard, we lost our momentum, is what happened.
pretty proud of the fact that we put our show together and had a theme throughout the show.
I wasn't showcased in any way at all. I definitely didn't show anything of my talent.
When the show ended, we did get a standing ovation as a group, but I wish that we had done better.
It was apparent, actually, on the faces of the team that they didn't feel confident about their show.
Thank you, and God bless everybody!
It was the most stressful challenge we've had. We were all scared, out of our wits, and we just did the best job that we could.
Please, if you enjoyed the show, mark it on the card. If you didn't like the show, don't mark the card.
Come on.
The audience really enjoyed it. They clapped, they had a good time. They probably thought we knew what we were doing, but for me personally, I felt like we didn't do a great job.
Still to come on The Entertainer.
I could tell the team was worried they were going to lose somebody.
I was really worried that I was going to be singled out. I know I didn't do as well as I could have.
I want them all to leave. I want to win the competition. That's pretty much the way I feel.
That challenge was really hard for me. My confidence was destroyed. I went into it believing that I was going to be able to shine and do something to make this team kick butt. And I didn't.
I think you're definitely safe in our group. It'll probably be me.
I don't think you have anything to worry about there.
I wasn't right on the lyrics on any of this
But
stuff.
it sounded like for real, though. Like, I lost
They weren't
it
real
from
verses. They weren't
light
real verses.
Or shark. I don't even think I said shark.
There were some high points and low points. It was a tough challenge for us, and I could tell the team was worried they were going to lose somebody.
But that's show business. I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I wish we wouldn't have a couple of mistakes, but the overall thing was good.
I wonder how they're feeling right now.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
So we didn't know this stuff. We just met the band. We had no rehearsal, no nothing. We didn't even know melodies of some stuff. Yeah. And every audience member was like, oh my God, I put wonderful comments on the comment card.
They're all talented, they're all good people, I love them, but leave the house. I want them all to leave. I want the place by myself. I want to win the competition. That's pretty much the way I feel.
I wish I would have done better, but I'm definitely ready that if I'm on the block the third time, I know exactly what I'm gonna say and sing and make sure that my party is not over.
Not only was the pressure of the elimination getting to me, but it was at this time that I realized that my daughter had taped these pictures inside of the trunk, and they're little motivational pieces that just helped me realize what was important. I had been going through a lot of guilt because obviously we're all here, and we're away from our families and the people we love.
Are you okay, baby?
What's wrong? Just pressure.
You don't need to be hard on yourself. We're not going anywhere.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
You feel confident about that?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not.
I don't know. I saw like a comment card that kind of bummed me out.
Well, you know what? That's one comment card. There might have been another one that said my favorite part was Sarah. I'm sure there was one like that. Sarah opened up to me, I've opened up to her, and we've definitely connected, and I don't connect with many people.
I'm here for whenever you need to talk to somebody. He's probably the person I can actually talk to on every level.
I know I didn't do as well as I could have. I was worried, really worried that I was going to be singled out.
This was the most stressful challenge we've had. We were all scared, and we just did the best job that we could. No, I'm coming or going.
Hello, guys. Well, how did the lounges of Las Vegas treat you? I've spoken with Scotty and Francis, and they tell me you worked very, very hard. And that's good. I would expect nothing less of the entertainer. any competition, there's a winning team and a losing team. Winning team will be safe, but tonight, the losing team may lose a performer. Before I make my final decision, I have a few questions to ask you. The red team, Teresa's team, please step forward. Your group performed at the Shimmer Lounge right here at the Hilton. Franny has brought me up to date on your performances. Dave, I hear you warmed up the crowd and did an incredible job and kept your material tailored to that audience. A consummate professional, and of course the audience knew it. Jennifer, you got great reviews on your singing, and especially when you sang with Delisco. You've got an incredible stage presence, but you didn't shine as much as you could have. Delisco, you and Dave made a great team, but I have to apprise you of something. The audience is not interested in your life story. They don't want to hear your problems, they have their own. That's why they're there, to be entertained. The saving grace is that they loved your singing, your harmonica playing, and your overall energy. Great job. Teresa, you have a great voice and you looked beautiful. But you clearly did not know the words to the song, and it was obvious. The audience was uncomfortable because they picked up that vibration that you were scared. And frankly, you also had some pitch problems, I'm told. Nathan's team, please step forward. Your team performed at the lounge at the Venetian Hotel, and Scotty has filled me in on what went down. Nathan, you really hustled to get that audience in there, and you pulled in a nice crowd. Good job. Sarah, you did an incredible job with the song My Funny Valentine, and I'm told you opened the show with one of my all-time favorite songs. Unfortunately, you forgot the lyrics. Danke Shane, darling, Danke Shane, is not all that difficult to remember, in as much as your last name is Darling. You only really had to learn one or two other words. Joe, your personality is coming through loud and strong, and even to the point of dancing with the audience. They loved your three-headed puppet. Nice work. Jackie, this was not particularly one of your best nights. It's important to realize that you cannot do original material in a lounge. People are there just to have a drink, and if you grab their attention, then they'll stay. The best and quickest way to hold their attention is to sing a song that they've heard before, that they can relate to. Overall, your performances were uneven, to say the best. From rehearsal to performance, it wasn't cohesive. And the audience wasn't really sure what you were doing. The red team did, however, connect with the audience, which is why they paid you the ultimate compliment, a standing ovation. For that reason, red team, you are the winning team. You may step back. No one will be cut from your team tonight. And now for the black team. The best two performances in your group were Joe and Nathan. So you may step back. You're safe. Sarah, your performance of My Funny Valentine will remain in your mind for a long, long time because it saved you tonight. You may step back. Jackie, you have 2 minutes to show me that you have the passion and the talent. Entertain me.
You know, if you watch anybody else's face when they're up on the block, you know, I mean, you can't help but actually feel something in your heart.
It's so uncomfortable, you know, to be out there, spotlight, and you're under so much stress.
When will we ever move
just say one thing before you make a decision? I have been truly honored to be with this wonderful group of people and to perform for you. And whatever way this goes, I am grateful. Thank you. There.
I know that you're a great talent. And I know that there is stardom for you. And unfortunately, it's not going to be tonight. The party's over. You're not the entertainer. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you. I learned that, everything you do, you have to do with heart. And if your heart isn't in it, it shows. You can't fake it.
It was really hard to see her go. It's just moments are like lifetimes in the way that we're spending our days. So, knowing somebody for a week or 2 or 3 is like knowing somebody for 5, 10 years because it's just that intense. And so it was hard to see her go.
When Wayne said, "You're not the entertainer," I can't describe what it feels like. But I didn't think it would hurt so bad.
When you're a star, you get paid well. So tonight, as a reward, each member of the winning team will receive $1,000 for gambling. In just a few minutes, you'll be taken by limousine to the Palms Casino, and you'll receive the high roller treatment, almost anything you want.
Oh man, the prize for winning the dueling lounge act was awesome, man. We got $1,000 to gamble with, and that was really cool.
And you'll have the opportunity to turn your money into the big payoff, or, as is always the other side of the coin, lose it all. The losing team will go back to your high roller suite and practice your art. Thank you, guys. Congratulations to the winning team, and remember, bet smart.
Vegas is a hard scene. Besides letting myself down and my family down, I knew that I let Wayne down too.
Next on The Entertainer.
Today, you'll be hitting the streets to make a commercial.
Are we going sex with this?
Action.
Welcome to Vegas, baby.
I was playing the game to win.
Okay, can we see the shot you got before we drive?
I know I got the shot. Yes.
We want the quality of a kiss. Kiss me, don't be scared to kiss me. I wanted to make sure it was good because if you ever seen bad kissing, it's not good.
I got to kiss her more than once. What am I gonna tell you?